B-Marsh Boxing back at it with another post-fight review. Erislandy Lara versus Greg Vendetti. Greg Vendetti, um, a guy from Massachusetts. His biggest fight in his career was Erislandy Lara. Prior to this was coming a loss to the man Michael Soro from France. A fight that the man Vendetti went over there to France. Michael Soro stopped him in 2 rounds. Now, Erislandy Lara, has been a professional since 2008. Been campaigning at the same weight class since 12 years ago. He's still there at 154, holding a kind of regular minor tier WBA belt. This was a mismatch from the get-go. Erislandy Lara was in there target practice, working on his movement from the early rounds, pumping his jab. Had occasional body shots, which is rare if you know which is rare if you know Erislandy Lara, his fighting style, throwing body shots. He had a nice left uppercut to the body. You know what I'm saying? He cut the man, what's his name? Vendetti kind of reaching, because, he was a shorter guy at about 5'6" at 154 pounds. You're definitely going to be the shorter guy in most matches you participate in. He tries lunging in, and he's getting caught with the 1-2. Nice two pieces by the man, Erislandy Lara. The only round I gave to Greg Vendetti was round 2, where he won that fight, that round, basically due to activity, punch volume. Erislandy Lara wasn't letting his hands go too much. It looked like the guy was closing the distance, because Erislandy Lara dictated the pace from the get-go. The geography had the man at the end of his jab all night from round 1 through 12. You know, um, Erislandy Lara in the first 5 rounds was using some foot movements, circling towards his left, trying to avoid this guy's lunging, leaping left hooks. But after round 6, you could tell, he didn't really need to move that much. Or maybe he got tired. Look, Erislandy Lara is not a spring chicken. Maybe he got tired, or maybe he's preserving his legs, because now he sees this guy really wasn't going to bring, any type of pressure that could actually have Erislandy Lara on the back foot all night. So he stood in the pocket, fought on the inside occasionally, threw some body shots. Vendetti obviously landed more and threw more body shots. But overall, it was just a one-sided affair from Erislandy Lara, And I'm hoping Erislandy Lara, I'll give him a pass. I'll give him a pass coming off the COVID, you know what I mean? He's coming off, he got a win versus Canoli's brother in his last fight. But prior to that, he took a beating versus Jared Hurd. So Erislandy Lara is trying to position himself for the winner of Banana, Jason Rosario versus Jamel Charlo. A fight that I'm really interested in. Unification, 3 titles on the line. Erislandy Lara, he's still campaigning in the same weight class. Out of these guys, out of everybody, mostly the top 10 in the 154-pound division as of right now, he's fought Brian Castano and Jared Hurd. He hasn't fought the Charlo twin, Jamel Charlo. No Tony Harrison, no J-Rock, no Erickson Lubin, no what's that guy's name? Of course, Banana Jason Rosario, the newly crowned unified champion. So we'll see what Erislandy Lara, if he has anything left in the tank, Um, he's only getting older, so if I were him, I'd be trying to get these fights, especially with guys like the winner of Rosario versus Charlo, get that fight ASAP. Because, those legs ain't going to hold up for the rest of his career. He's not a spring chicken. He's been doing this for 8 rounds. I'm sorry, for 12 years. Michael Soros stopped this guy 2 years ago in 2 rounds. Erislandy Lara went the distance with him. Maybe Greg Vandetti's improved, Erislandy Lara, of course, he's not quite the knockout artist. Absolutely not. But we'll see what the future holds for him. B-Marsh Boxing. What's up with you, Mike 104? What's good, my G? Mike 104 says, I've always been a fan of Lara. I kind of feel like I have to ride with them. My last name is Lara. Okay, that's what's up, man. I ride with Lara too. Every fight. Only fight I ain't never ride with him was against Jared Hurd. I had to support my hometown guy, you know? Mike 104 says, hopefully Lara can get back in the mix. Some fans are very intolerant of his style, but it's no easy fight for anybody. And that's why he doesn't get people clamoring to fight Erislandy Lara. You know, he's a tough fight. You know, he's a difficult style matchup. You know what I mean? Can make you look absolutely stupid in there. I personally think he only has two losses point in his career. You know, his resume says his record says he has three. Um, and that's of course one to Jared Hurd, one to Cannoli, and one to Paul Williams. I thought he beat Cannoli and Paul Williams. I did though think that the man Lara lost to Carlos Molina years ago. Okay, so I was rooting for Lara. I thought he lost that fight. Of course, he lost to Jared Hurd, so he only really has two losses, three on paper, and he needs to get these guys in the ring sooner than later because they're gonna cherry pick him when he gets older and got no legs. People gonna be trying to fight him then. You heard? B Marsh Boxing. Big ups to Mike 104, and I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, sorry. Mike 104 says prime for prime. I think Lara's better than this current crop of 154s. It's not like the 154s fully mixed it up, anyways, though. So who knows? I could agree with you on that. In his prime, at his best, Lara beats all these guys. No question about that. You know what I mean? Absolutely, I do agree with that. You know, Jared Hurd. If Erislandy Lara was probably younger, that's probably the only fight that I probably might, because the size difference. You know, but it is what it is. Be Marsh Boxing. I'm out of here. Peace.